What's up, everybody? My name is Dana Harris with Young Gurus Math Tutoring, and I'm back again to drop some more math jewels. Today I'm going to be talking about multi-step equations, solving multi-step equations. Now, let me make this disclaimer. With mathematics, there's so many different types of equations that you can come across, so these are just a few examples of the type of multi-step equations that you might see out there. Various different types, but also remember that there's several different ways to solve an equation. Just as long as you take the right steps by using inverse operations, you're going to arrive at the same answer. All right, let's go ahead and get right into the math. Example 1. Example 1. All right, 2 times 1 minus 5x. All right, plus 4 equals negative 8. Now, notice on this left-hand side, we see 2 times the quantity 1 minus 5x. And that requires us to use the distributive property. That means we have to distribute the 2. So we're going to take 2 times 1 minus 2 times 5x. And then we're just going to bring down the plus 4. 2 times 1 is 2 minus 10x plus 4. And then equals negative 8. All right, so the only thing that changed was I distributed the 2 to this 1 minus 5x. I brought the plus 4 down. I brought down the equals negative 8. Now, we have to combine like terms on the left side. So I have 2 and 4. They're like terms, so I need to put them together. So we can reorder them first, just so you can see. So 2 plus 4 minus 10x. Nothing changed. I just combined. I put the like terms next to each other. So 2 plus 4 gives me 6 minus 10x equals negative 8. Now it's just a two-step equation. Okay? So take away 6 because remember, we want to keep this x right here on the left-hand side. It's up to you. You could take it to the right-hand side. Me personally, we read left to right, so I like to have my variables on the left. So I'm going to subtract 6. Those cancel. I'm left with negative 10x equals negative 14. This is multiplication. The opposite of multiplying by 10, or multiplying by negative 10 in this case, is dividing by negative 10. So divide by negative 10, divide by negative 10. Cancel. X equals positive because it's a negative on top of a negative. So positive 7 over 5. Now notice I went ahead and simplified or reduced that fraction to 7 over 5 because 14 as well as 10 are both divisible by 2. Okay? So, once again, we can always take this back, plug it into our original equation. The beauty of it is if you keep your equation properly balanced, you can take this solution and plug it in anywhere along the way. So I could plug it in here, I could plug it in here, here, all along. All right? Let's go ahead to example 2. Example 2. All right, let's switch up the color. Let's go with a little bit of purp. So example 2 is 8x minus 6x. And plus minus 25 equals negative 35. All right. Now, notice in this case, the like terms are already next to each other. So that's what we have to combine first. So 8x minus 6x is simply 2x. So 2x, bring down the minus 25 equals negative 35. And then now it's just a two-step equation. So the opposite of subtracting 25 is adding 25. We need to do that to both sides. So plus 25, plus 25. Boom, those cancel. 2x equals negative 35 plus 25 is negative 10. Multiplication, the opposite of that is dividing. Those cancel. X equals negative 5. All right. So, notice the multi-step is we combine like terms first, and then it became a two-step equation. If you are taking the right steps at solving these, then every step is going to make the equation simpler. Okay, let's go with example 3. Example 3. We have negative 3 times x plus 2 And we have plus 5x equals negative 9. All right, so we're going to have to do the distributive property first. So I'm going to distribute the 3. So negative 3 times x gives me negative 3x. So boom, boom. And then negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6. Bring down the plus 5x and then equals negative 9. Notice these are like terms, so we can reorder them. You don't have to, but I'm going to put a rectangle around them. All right, so we put those together. Negative 3x plus 5x is positive 2x. All right, so 2x minus 6 equals negative 9. We bring down that negative 9. Add 6 to both sides. 2x equals negative 3. Divide by 2, divide by 2, and x is equal to negative 3 over 2. Ran out of space right there. That was a close one. All right. So, there you have it. And once again, for the sake of time and space, I'm not going to plug that back in. But I have worked it out before I recorded this video, and I promise you, negative 3 over 2 will work out if you plug it into both sides. So let's go ahead and get into one more example. Let's erase all of this. Let's get one more example on these types. Remember, multi-step equations. It just means you have to do a little bit of extra before you get it down to a two-step equation. So it's a combination of several things. Remember, distributive property, combining like terms, and then solving two-step equations. And it gets down to your variable by itself. Last one, I'm going to do example number 4. All right, 21 times 2 minus x plus 12x. And we want to say that that equals 44. Distributive property right there. Remember, if the number is right next to the parentheses, you use the distributive property, okay? If there's a plus or a minus sign between them, you do not have to. So 21 times 2 minus 21 times x, and then bring down the plus 12x equals 44. 42 minus 21x plus 12x equal 44. Now we have like terms, all right? So minus 12x plus 12x. So we have 42 minus 9x equals 44. We want to take this over there. So minus 42 minus 42. Those cancel. Negative 9x equals 2. Opposite of multiplying by negative 9 is dividing by negative 9. Divide by negative 9, divide by negative 9. X equals negative 2 over 9. Okay? So, remember, you just want to practice. If you're struggling with solving these, you want to practice using the distributive property. You want to practice simplifying algebraic expressions. But I promise you, if you pause and rewind and look at this video a couple times, you'll arrive at the solution to your math problem.